Hello and welcome to another episode of a PC Building Simulator. Hopefully you are doing well today. Let's get into our email. Let's see what we have going on. Let's do this one. It says, I need some help. I used to build my own PCs, but I don't have time anymore. Can you help? CPU needs to be cooled with a custom water cooling loop. You think you can get the CPU to 5200 megahertz for me? I really want the GPU to be the fastest it can be. Let's aim for 2050 megahertz. You make this your number one priority, please. I know used parts can be cheaper, but I would like new ones, please. Sent from my phone. So a budget of $5,000 for custom water cooled CPU. We can probably even get the GPU custom water cooled as well. Let's go ahead and accept that one. Saw some up here. Let's see. Yep, this one's due tomorrow. It says, hiya. If I don't get a new computer soon, I'm going to scream. Looking forward to playing Far Cry 5. In terms of time, can you get it finished by tomorrow? AMD components are meant to be the bomb. I know used parts can be cheaper, but I'd like new ones, please. Sent from my phone. Everybody's sending their emails from their phone. So a budget of $3,500 to play Far Cry 5 at recommended 4K spec. Take a look at what that is real quick. So a 9900K, or the AMD equivalent, and a 2080 Ti. So we'll come back to that in just a minute. Let's see, this one's also due tomorrow. It says, I need some help. Something's definitely broken. Can you help me? I have no idea what's wrong. My screen turned all blue, and now the computer won't turn on. I think my CPU is dying. We've got to get it done by tomorrow. I read that AMD parts are really good. I've never cleaned it out. Is that okay? So, that might be why your CPU is dying. It's probably overheating. We'll take a look at it for you, so let's go ahead and accept that one. Alright, let's come back down here. We've got the specs for 4K. Let's take a look real quick at the part ranking. Since they want AMD, let's see. Well, like a 3900X or something would be equivalent to a 9900K. Let's see. So the next AMD part would be a Threadripper 2990. So we'll see if we can get a 3900X in this budget. But I'm going to step away, get some parts for this build put in the cart, and I will be right back. Alright, so for this Far Cry 5 build, we're going to go with the Gigabyte X570 Aorus Elite Wi-Fi motherboard, a Ryzen 9 3900X, a Be Quiet Silent Loop 360mm AIO water cooler, 2 sticks of Gigabyte Aorus 8GB 3200 megahertz, a Gigabyte RTX 2080 Ti, Gigabyte Aorus 850 watt power supply, a 2TB M.2 drive. We're going to put that in the Be Quiet Dark Base 700 in black. All right. Let's take a look at this other build. Let's get our custom water cooling shop brought up because we're going to need that as well. I'm going to step away, get some parts put in the cart for this build, and I will be right back. Alright, so for this custom water-cooled overclocked build, we're going to go with the MSI MEG Z390 Ace motherboard, an i7 8086K, 4 sticks of G-Skill Trident Z 8GB 4500 megahertz, 1200 watt power supply, a 3TB Seagate Barracuda drive. We're also going to put in another one of these Patriot Viper, a 2TB M.2 drives. We're going to put that in the Thermaltake Core P5. As for the water cooling parts, we're going all Corsair. We're going with the Hydro X CPU block, Corsair radiator, or reservoir, a Corsair 480mm radiator, as well as a RTX 2080 Ti Hydro, what is it, a Hydro Copper? Doesn't say it here, but it's the Hydro Copper. So let's go ahead, buy this for next day delivery. Let's buy all of this for next day delivery. We'll go end our day, get in our parts, our repair, and we can get to work. All right. Oh, we got some PC Bay parts, it looks like. Let's grab this one and put it over here. Oh, we got another one of those little tiny cases. Let's put this case back here. And this should be the P5 from Thermaltake. We'll put that one there. Uh-oh. Did I not accept a build? What build did I not accept? And can I do it now? Oh, I didn't accept this one. I think I can still do it though, since I've got all the parts. We'll put that one over here. I think that's the first time I've ever done that. Oh well. Hopefully it won't come back to bite us in the butt. But let's take a look at this one. We will see if the CPU is dead. But first, let's get some compressed air. We will clean this sucker out. All these things always come in looking dusty, but more dirty, like they've been in a flood. And just like dust. Okay. Let's power this thing up, or try to. No CPU found. I would say that the CPU is dead. Let's go ahead and remove this cooler. Whoops. And we will pull this CPU out. Take a look. Let's see. It's this PC. Broken Ryzen 5 3600. Don't have one, so let's go order one. Was it a 3600? I already forgot. Yep, 3600. Let's get a 3600. Was it an X? Dang. Well, we're just going to get the 3600 because I don't see one in inventory here. We'll do same day delivery. Buy it now. Let's see if this fixes the problem. Let's sell that broken one. Get the new one installed. We can get some thermal paste. Oh, not compressed air. Thermal paste. And we'll go ahead and reinstall their cooler. There we go. Let's cable it up. And let's see if that fixed the problem over here. There we go. We can get the side panel put back on here. We can get this thing out in the hall and get started on our first build. Be able to play Far Cry 5 at 4K spec. Let's get this case pulled apart. There we go. We will start with our motherboard. We've got the Gigabyte X570 Aorus. Get that all screwed down. We've got 2 sticks of RAM going in. Get this all ready. Let's grab our CPU. It's the 3900X, the Ryzen 9 3900X. We'll get that installed. Let's grab our memory. It's this Gigabyte Aorus. Got 2 sticks of that going in. We need that thing mounted there. Let's see. Let's take that out. Let's get a beauty panel in its place. We may need to take this out though. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get some thermal paste. Let's go ahead and grab our CPU cooler for this. It's the Be Quiet Silent Loop 360mm version. We can get that all screwed down. There we go. Where do we want to mount our GPU? Maybe we'll see if it'll mount here. But before we do that, let's get some storage installed. Got a Patriot Viper M.2 drive. There we go. Grab our graphics card. The Gigabyte, a 2080 Ti. And finally, let's get our power supply installed. We got a Gigabyte. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. 850 watt power supply. We'll get that installed. Let's cable this up. Let's see what would look good. I don't even remember what color this stuff lights up. Maybe, let's see. Maybe some cyan. Maybe we can make this match. Put a little color in here. Oops, that was the power button. Okay. So power this on. We can hop into the BIOS. Turn our XMP on. Let's get a USB drive in here. Yeah, we're gonna have to change some colors. That's all right. So let this OS get installed. All right, let's get our lighting app on. And let's see if we can make this a cyan color. Might be a little dark. It's getting darker. Well, it's not too bad. It's a little too blue. I don't mind it though. I think I'm gonna leave it. Let's get this case put together. Let's see. Get the filter in there. The front panel on. Oops. Get the side panels. And then we'll turn this thing back on. So it registers as being done. Oh, why that's lighting up orange, but hey. It's because it wasn't on? I have no idea. Not showing up in there. Oh well. It looks alright to me. Let's get this thing out in the hall. We can get started on this overclocked custom water-cooled build and the Thermaltake P5. Let's get this case taken apart. And let's see, let's get rid of this because it's not pretty. Mount some water cooling parts first. Let's get this huge radiator installed here. Look at how thick that thing is too. That doesn't keep this thing cool. Nothing will. Let's get our reservoir. We've got this Corsair reservoir in white. There we go. And we can get our motherboard installed. It's the MSI MEG Z390 Ace. And we'll get that screwed down. We've got 4 sticks of RAM going in, so we will get this ready for that, as well as the CPU. Maybe. There we go. Let's get the CPU in first. The 8086K. And we will get, what am I looking for? Memory. Get our RAM installed. G-Skill Trident Z. 8 gig of 4500 megahertz. There we go. Let's go ahead and get our storage installed. It's getting a 2 terabyte M.2 drive, as well as a 3 terabyte. Where is it? Seagate Barracuda. We'll get some thermal paste on there, and we can go ahead and grab our CPU block. It's a Corsair CPU block. Very nice. Okay, let's grab What am I looking for? Power supply. Got a 1200 watt. And lastly, let's grab that GPU. Uh-oh. Gotta remove some screws first. There we go. And now we'll grab that GPU. We'll get that installed. That's looking nice. Let's get this thing cabled up, and then we'll get it piped up. Let's see. Let's do some white and purple. Oh, look. Those cables go right through the reservoir. That's kind of weird. Get everything cabled up here. Oh, I keep pushing power buttons instead of the front panel wiring. Okay, let's get this thing piped up as well. Let's grab some purple fittings. Let's grab some purple pipe. Let's see, how do we want to run this? Let's go from here to here. Make it look nice. Okay. We'll go from here to here. I think that looks fine. We'll go from here down to here. Purple pipe is not the same as these purple cables. Just want to point that out. I don't hate it, just not quite what I wanted. Yeah, that looks better. And then we will go from the reservoir up here, but we'll try to make it look nice. Let's move this out just a bit. How far out can we push this? There we go. I can live with that as well. Let's get some coolant in there. We're just going to go with clear, because we've got these purple pipes. We'll let that run through. While that is happening, let's grab USB drive. Just about done here. There we go. Let's power this thing on. We'll hop into the BIOS. We've got to overclock some stuff. Let's get our CPU overclocked. If I remember right, 1.65 volts does it. Maybe it was 1.75. Sure, let's see if we burn it up. Let's turn our XMP on. Make sure we're booting from the right drive. We'll let the OS install. Okay. Let's get some software on this thing. Let's get the lighting app. Let's get... What else am I looking for? 3D Mark. GPU tuner. And OCCT. Let's run OCCT first, just to see if we melt the processor. $88, $89, that's not too bad. Apparently it's not going to go any higher than about 89C, so I can live with that. Okay. Let's go into lighting. Let's fix all of this first. I want it kind of purple. Not that my purples match. Oops. Static. Purple. Yeah, that tubing just isn't that great. But it's alright. I'm not going to redo it now. Let's go into our GPU tuner. Let's get this overclocked. They wanted it overclocked to 2050. Let's go right on the nose. We'll apply that. I'm going to get 3D Mark running as soon as I have a score, or if I blue screen, I will come right back. All right, there you have it, 13,626. Not that the score mattered, but we did not blue screen, so it is stable. Now, while that was running, I kept looking at this, and I can't stand this purple. The OCD part of my brain is not liking this tubing. So I'm going to step away. I'm going to redo the tubing, probably clear or something, and I'll be right back. All right, so there it is. I redid the tubing with white with a purple connectors. I think it turned out pretty well. Let's get this case put back together. The dust filter in here. We'll get this side panel on. Let's take a look at this thing without the glass on it. I think the colors worked out really nicely. Let's get the glass on there. I like it. All right, let's get this thing out in the hallway. We can collect some money. Okay. Go to PC. So can I not sell that one? Because I accepted it the same day. So we got the fix. I don't know. I don't... Oh, incomplete case. What did I leave off the case? Oops. I mean, I didn't leave something like the back side of the case off of it. Incomplete case. What? Oh, the PCI lock. What the heck? Let's get that put on there. I was wondering if it wouldn't let me do it. Apparently I just didn't put the case back together properly. Let's collect that one now. And let's go down here and collect that custom one. Really only 4 stars? Alright. See, we've unlocked that Gamer Store Quad Stellar PC case, 1600 watt power supply. Got some daily deals. Speaking of daily deals, let's check on our PC based stuff today. This might have been, oh yeah. So this one sold for $15.96. This one sold for $2,315, and this one for $4,535. So let's collect all of these. If you didn't see the episode where we built those, I'll put a link up in the upper right hand corner about now. You can go check that video out. As for everybody else, I'm going to end this here. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to click that thumbs up button. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified as soon as a video goes live. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, wash your hands, and I will see you in the next episode.